Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Doing a mic check. We got volume. How's everything working? Somebody let me know so that we can move on. See how many viewers we got on. Let's see. Let's take a look at that. And we got a nice video for you guys today. Took some more of the Zoom pictures, and I think we got some good shots again today. Excited to show that with you guys. Let's see what we got here as far as people. What do we have? Let's see here. I see Tyler and JJ are here. How you guys doing? Don, looks and sounds good. Great. Now let's see. What do we got? 17 people. My microphone's in the way of my screen, but I can kind of see. Okay. So today we went out. We did our Nikola flyover. We got some awesome footage. We were still kind of testing out the drone, and we did some tracking on a truck just to see if we could track while we're zoomed in, because it's hard when you're trying to fly and capture a vehicle that's moving, and you're, instead of just being a few hundred feet, you're 2,000 feet away. But we did that, and that looked pretty good. JJ and Tyler have been talking in the chat before we started, talking about the efficiencies or the inefficiencies of hydrogen in people's opinion, and why hydrogen gets such a bad rap. Also talking about why Nikola is hated by so many, and they don't get much attention on YouTube. I'm gonna take that off. We all know where we're at here. So, I mean, it's interesting. I think that in the future, I think as Nikola starts producing more and more, they are going to get more and more attention. Some people will admit they're wrong, and some people will never admit that they're wrong. That's just the way people are. And Tyler was mentioning that, and so was JJ about, do you trust people who have been wrong for so long? You know, it goes back to what you guys were saying. If you've given some bad information, then everything you say can be considered not worthy. Well, yes and no. But people get caught into this thing of they just don't want to be wrong. And I understand that. But it doesn't mean I won't listen to some of these guys. But in any case, we're going to move on. Hey, Janelle, what's going on? Well, we're just going to do another live stream and show some video. Just so you guys all know, and I'll mention this again later, we will be live streaming again tomorrow with Brian from my Tesla weekend. We'll be doing the fast charging episode 8, I think, tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Yes, I had to look up to find that. And then on Wednesday, we are going to do a Lucid live stream also, probably around the same time as this. So let's go take a look at the video that we got today. And you guys ask questions or make comments, and I'll stop the video if we need to. And we're going to do our typical fly-in, the awesome logo with the bear claws. I love that. Riley did that for me. And then we go back to January 19th in the beginning. That was, or January 14th. That was our first visit. So, they really did progress kind of slow at times, but you know what? It's getting done. I definitely think this phase has taken off quite a bit and moved a lot quicker than the last one. Not sure what all the holdups were. I know that initially there was permitting, but that was before we even started flying. Let's see. So this is our typical fly-in from the north. We did not notice on the initial fly-in a hidden truck. If you guys can see it right now, it's there, but there's a truck that's hidden and it's not in the tent. There is one in the tent. It actually looks like there's a BEV in the tent. Can't be 100% sure, but that's what it looked like from our zooming in, because we got in there pretty good, and it did not look like the fuel stack that was on the back. But you can see that there is, maybe you can't see, but I'm gonna put my arrow there so you can see it right there. And we didn't notice this for quite a bit. We did a couple circles around the around the factory before we actually saw it. But there is a gray tray right there. And it's over on the left-hand side. You still can't see it, but now we're zooming in. We got zoom lens. So there's a tray sitting inside the tent, and that looks like a BEV. Unless they have a different back that they've put on the FCEV to cover it, but normally those are either open with a lot of wires coming out, or they're just all in black panels. So my guess is that that is actually a BEV in the tent. And where are we going next? Let's see. There it is. There's the gray BEV, and it was sitting right next to. It's right by the charging station, which we got a really good look at that charging station, which is interesting. We're going to talk about that when we get to that photo. So there's what looks like a new BEV sitting out there waiting to. It's not getting charged right now. We were able to tell because the camera moves around to the left, and we're able to see the charging station, and we can see that it is not getting charged right now. You can see it right there also. But that charging station, it's an Electrify America charging station. Now the question is when we zoom in on the charging station, you can't quite read what it is, and I think we're gonna try and get a better view of this next time we go out and see if we can see how many kilowatts that charging station is. But we zoom in, and I think we're gonna do that. Gonna get into position, and here we go. Now, when you look at that, you can't really make out what it says. Now we've got the raw video, and we were able to enlarge a little bit, and it's just really too hard to see if it's 250 or 350. But right where those green tags are, let me go back to that real quick. Move my mouse over there. We're gonna go back. Whoa, too much. A little out of control there. Let's see here. Okay. So right there where my mouse is, those are the tags. Those will actually say how many kilowatts that charger is. And it will say either 250, well, it could say 150. 150, 250, or 350 is what I've seen in the past looking at Electrify America stations. So we're going to try on Wednesday to get in closer, see if we can actually see if that says 250 or 350. When we zoomed in, it made it super big on the screen. It looked like it might have said 350. I'd like to think that it was a 350, that they'd go with something like that. But we didn't realize that was an Electrify America station. I don't know if they're charging them per kilowatt, but I would hope not. I would just hope that it's just for the hardware because they're supplying their own electricity. So let's run this again. Let's see what do we got in the comments here. JJ says the video's looking good. And let's see, JJ again, thinking of changing the days. The flyovers, Nikola seems to be big things when you're not there. Sandy opening ceremony. Yeah, well, it's just one of those things where it's just luck of the draw. We've been there for some couple of big things. We had one day where we had the breast cancer awareness truck, and then we had three or four other trays running around all at the same time. I think at one point we had 5 trays on the screen. It was 4 or 5. So it's kind of the luck of the draw. But yeah, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, they know we're coming out, but I don't think they're intentionally trying to avoid us. Remember, we're only out there for an hour or two, so we can't live there. Sorry, JJ. Yeah. Omnicron? Yeah, okay. I can't say, I'm not supposed to say that, otherwise we might get flagged. Pat, a little disappointed today regarding the stock. Well, the stock issue was all related to the Build Back Better plan taking a dive and not going to happen, because in that was the EV credits. And I know that doesn't apply to the trucks, but it's just the whole EV market was going to get hit today. I knew that waking up. Hopefully it'll bounce back, but I still think in the infrastructure bill, a lot of the stuff that they need is still in there. Let's see. And yeah, yeah, stocks are done. It is what it is. That's true. Let's see. Yeah, Pat, definitely wasn't going to jump today. This was not going to be a good day. Let's see. JJ Zoom's already paying off, isn't it? So that's the Dynamometer. I think I finally said that right. I've been practicing all day. The dynamometer that's the structure. You can see how close we got in there. You can see they're building more stuff inside. They've got more rebar going in and a cooler. But you see all the pipes on the one side, everything that they need. But this building is taking shape, and it's going to be quite the foundation for that. Let's see. David Kim, thank you. Your video is helpful to me. Well, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to help people out, and just so that they can see what's really going on, instead of people just getting on YouTube and saying, Nikola sucks, and making all the comments about Trevor. He's not part of the company anymore. It doesn't, whatever you feel about Trevor, it doesn't matter. He's not there anymore. And they've definitely moved on. So, okay, so here we are. We're facing south. We're panning over to the left, which is going to be east. And that first hole right there, that is where the wash station is. So that building is coming along slowly. It looks like they may have put down a mud floor, which is where they just lay down a layer of concrete, a thin layer, and then they'll start building up from there. And that's where the dynamometer building is going to be, just to the north of the building. You can also see, I'll move the mouse over there, right over here. We're going to zoom into that later. But that's the north side of the building, and that's all complete. Here we go. We're zooming in now, and I love when we zoom in, the camera adjusts the lighting so we can see really good. So, yeah, we're going a little bit further, but they just need to put a door, and a little door and a big garage-style door, which they have. You can see in the top right of the screen. And those doors are not actually hard doors. They're soft doors. So, and they open up pretty quick. We've seen them open them up. They open them and they shut them right away. I think they don't want us to see what they're up to. I was told by someone from Nikola a while ago, as far as the flyovers, if there's something that they don't want us to see, they will not have it outside. So here's a far view, and we just zoomed into this, and then we started tracking this. It's an 18-wheeler carrying a man lift. It's nothing very exciting, but it's just kind of cool that we were so far away. And in case you missed it, we'll go back real quick. Let's see, right there. See how far we are from this? Here, let's see. We're going to see it, and then we're going to stop it. There we are. So we're pretty far from it. I mean, it just looks like you can see that there's something moving. But we're going to get in so close that you can see exactly what they're hauling. And you can see a lot. It's quite a distance. I don't know if we were zoomed in all the way. And you can see you get a little distortion when you zoom in that far. But it's still clear enough that you can see what you're looking at. So really like the new views on this. That's right, Tyler. Trevor left in September 2020, and he didn't leave. He was forced out. So no matter what you hear in the media, he was forced out. All right, so here we go, taking a look. I'm going to stop it for a second. Go back a couple of spaces here. All this equipment right here, that's the production equipment. All this stuff, most of the stuff, is going to go inside once they're ready for it. But this stuff, I believe, was bought, delivered early, and it's going into the new area, which should happen soon, I would imagine. I guess they got to work on the utilities in there, get electrical, HVAC, and all those other things taken care of. See a big pile of roofing material. We're going to actually zoom in on that from a distance, just for fun. We're just playing with the zoom, trying to get in tight and see what we can see. I think we may have left that in the video. I know we did it while we were out there. Let's see. Nikola should have sent the first Tre BEV to Sam Alexander and have a ceremony in front of his mom's house where he lives. That's kind of funny, but I'm not going to say he lives with his mom. That would not be nice. I think Sam's a nice guy, a little misguided on some things, but hey, I mean, I love the fact that he calls out all the press on Tesla, but then he's becoming the press against Nikola and just stating things that aren't correct. That looks like a toy from where we're at. It looks like a fun toy. I want one of those for Christmas, so if someone could send me one of those, but that looks like a lot of fun. But yeah, we're pretty far from that also, as you can see. So we're definitely testing out the zoom abilities today, and we're getting better at it. Let's see. Nikola should send a tray to Bear at his workshop. Yeah, I would love to take that for a test drive. I would do the burnout instead of being the passenger like Sandy was. I bet he wanted to. Let's see. Don says the other day when you were testing the drone, you zoomed south from the north fence and could see a train along the I-10 to the south. That's a couple miles away, right? Yeah, we measured it out. We looked on the map to see where the train tracks were, and it was at least 4 miles from us. So that's how far that was, which is incredible because we just couldn't see it from the drone, and zooming in. I keep trying to mix those two words together. Just couldn't even see that it was there until we zoomed in. That was pretty awesome. Let's see. Sam has gone full conspiracy theorist at this point. In regards to Nikola, he has. I mean, he's still right on Tesla, but there's just so much information on Tesla that people are just making up. So it's easy for him to get material, but when he does a Nikola video, his last one was way off, way off. So I stopped it here. This is going to be the new security building right here. I know that this is, and they moved it from, there's an area just on the other side of this pavement that was supposed to be the security area according to the site plans, but they changed it. And so that's the new security area, and this is unknown yet what exactly this is going to be. So we'll find out in the future. I have put a request in with the city of Coolidge, or the town, I'm not sure what they call themselves, but asking for new site plans. So we'll see what we get from them. They're usually pretty quick. I put them in the other day, so we're waiting on that. Let's see here. Sam is going. Greetings from Poland. Hello, Poland. How you doing? And Germany pumping up the stock. Come on, man. Let's see. Pat, appreciate your and everything. Thank you, Pat. Walterman, does Nikola also have an area to keep the trucks once production ramps, just like Lucid has? Yes, they do. It is. I'm going to stop the video right here. This area right here, I believe, is going to be the staging area when they're waiting to get picked up. So right now, when they're finished with the truck, they leave them in the factory until it's time for them to get picked up. They've got the space available still, but I think at some point they're going to run out of room, and they're going to be in the way. And this is going to be that area right up here. They've got the wash station next to it, so they'll go through here. They'll get them washed. Probably check them out on the dynamometer, make sure that they're working right. Then probably wash, and then just store them here until pickup time. And also, Walterman asks, how high do you fly? FAA restricts us to a maximum height of 400 feet. So we are never over 400 feet. In this video right here, like what we're looking at, we're probably 250 to 300 feet. But there are FAA restrictions, and we don't violate them. Pat says, sorry, clicked too fast. Appreciate your work, and greetings from Germany. Greetings from Arizona. All right, here you can see in the loading docks, there's a couple different trucks there. Looks like I'm looking at the bigger screen. So what I'm seeing on there is the middle one's a flatbed, and the one on the right, I'm gonna put my mouse right there. I'm gonna stop it real quick. That's a flatbed that has a load of concrete on it. That looks like their test trailer. So that's probably about 20 tons of concrete. Yeah, no, 40 tons of concrete. You can take up to 80,000 pounds. So that is the concrete trailer right there. I don't know what's in here. If anything, that could be just their other test trailer. And there's another flatbed here, which I've never seen before. But yeah, this one right here is just looks like a load of concrete. That, unless it's boxes of materials, but they usually don't come in on flatbeds. That looks like their concrete trailer. Greetings from Virginia. Let's see. Alexei, hi. Did you consider using Nikon P1000 camera? It's a 300 meter zoom. Where'd that go? Oh, he just where'd it go? It disappeared. He deleted the message. Poof, gone as I'm reading it. The Nikon 1000, I believe, is just a still camera, an SLR. We can only use what's attached to the drone. So out there you can see all the those are all the employee cars, in case you're not aware. Those are all the people that are working inside. Those are Nikola employees parking. The construction guys park up front. So those are all people working on building trucks right now. You can see also towards the top here, they're working on the roofing material. We'll go back around to that in a minute. There's the front of that Nikola tray that we were looking at it from the rear. You can see how close we can get into that. But that's number 8. We've seen that one before. Number 8. You can see the numbers on the top of the truck. Alexei rewrote this. Hi, did you consider using Nikon P1000 camera? It's a 3,000 meter zoom. You can see Saturn for $1,000 or so, but you cannot attach it to a drone. Yes, yeah. Yeah, we could probably just stand on the side and zoom in, but that's only going to get us one side. So, Tyler says, can you explain in simple terms why they need a dyno testing building? What exactly is a dyno testing? And why do they need a separate building for it, including a below-the-ground foundation? Sure, I can. I mean, it's going to be simple terms because I'm a simple guy. I don't get all detailed because I'm just not that smart. I mean, that's what people tell me. So, the dyno building. Knocking things over here. The dyno building is a component that is fixed into usually the floor. You can actually attach them to trailers, and they go from like racetracks, and they'll have cars pull on there, and they'll test the vehicle. They can test how much horsepower it has, how much torque it has, and what levels of RPM you need to be at to get the maximum amount of horsepower or torque. So you can use it to fine-tune a vehicle. So using it for an electric vehicle or the FCEV, you're going to find out what your power requirements are to get a certain amount of horsepower or a certain amount of torque. Now, they build them with rollers in the floor. So the vehicle sits on rollers, and they actually will run the vehicle up to like 55 miles per hour or more. I don't know exactly. I've been in a vehicle that sits on like at emissions. They have the rollers in the floor in Arizona, and they put your vehicle on there. Tires will spin. You'll be sitting in a little booth watching. And I've been in the vehicle before when they've done it, and it'll go up to 45, 50 miles per hour. So they're testing the emissions that come out of the tailpipe. But it's the same thing where they put the test equipment onto the vehicle, and they're basically running the tires in place. They'll strap down the vehicle, so in case it slips off the rollers, it doesn't go flying through the building. But that's how they can test to see if they're getting the correct amount of power from these vehicles before they go ahead and deliver them. So I hope that helps. JJ, let's see here. We're still moving here. So no, we're not. I paused it. So here we're zooming in. This is another good zoom. We zoomed in on these 3 people, and we weren't even sure. I'm going to move that back a couple of seconds here. Let me go ahead. Real quick, I want to go back to that. That's a hydrogen filling station. I heard a rumor that there's going to be a permanent hydrogen stack on the east side of that Dynamometer building. So there's going to be a large stack, probably about that size, if not bigger, and it's going to be on the east side of that building. That building is, I'm trying to remember what it was. I saw something on the plans that I got a sneak peek at. It's like 60 feet wide by 100 and some odd feet. And on the longer side is where that hydrogen stack is going to go, and that's going to be permanent. So they'll just be able to bring in a hydrogen truck, fill it up. And there's also still a possibility that there may be a hydrogen station built here. Don't know right now, but it certainly makes sense with the rates that they're getting from APS if they can produce some hydrogen themselves. So we're going to hit that play button again. And this is a nice close-up look of the hydrogen filling station that they have. And remember that this is not going to be like a final hydrogen station. It's not going. This does not have the pressure that's required in order to fill up the trucks in 10 minutes. They're going to need a station that has 700 bars. So here we are zooming in to the roof, and we find a couple of guys working on the roof. That's where one of the AC units is going to go. Let's see. The article in the Motley Fool states that they also delivered 2 FCEVs to TTSI. Confirm or deny? I'm not going to confirm nor deny, but I'm not aware of that. I know that they delivered the two BEVs that we saw on Monday. I'm not sure that they're ready to deliver the test FCEVs yet, so I'm not gonna confirm that or deny it. And Don't Care says it's not right. Let's see. Jug Raj, they delivered first trucks. How many? Anybody know? Clear. And if only 2 for trial, then how many days it will be? They delivered 2 for sure, 100% sure. And Tyler liked my explanation. I hope I did that good. I kind of made that up off the top of my head. And iMelt says they delivered 2 to TTSI for full-time use. And that is correct. And they are still pre-production in a sense. And TTSI is going to be using these to make sure that it works for them. Here we got a nice view of the mountains. I thought that this was pretty awesome. We zoomed in, and I think we're going to zoom out here in a moment, and you'll see how far we actually were. Here we go. All right. We did the fade also. Almost looked like it was going at twice speed. That went out fast. Don't Care says 25. 25 is the amount of trucks that they said they can deliver up to 25 this year. I know that's kind of vague, but they when you say something up to, if they deliver 2, they're still not wrong. Though I'm sure that they're going to want to see, the street is going to want to see more than 2 delivered. And I'm hoping that they are able to get some more deliveries out this year. It is getting pretty late in the year. What are we at? The 19th, 17th? I have no idea. What day is it? Still don't know. But what is it? God, I need the date. It is the 20th. Holy. I think I slept through the 19th. So they have not a lot of time to get out some more trucks. They have them, but still, if they deliver 10, that's great. But it's just that this time of year, places are sometimes closed for the holidays, and I just hope that it happens. We've got this article from Inside EVs. We're going to make this a little bigger, supersize that. This has got another picture of that gray BEV, but I don't think it's the same one. And they're just announcing that Nikola has all the trucks that they're delivering. And in this picture that was on Twitter, they showed six trays in a line there. So unless it was just a photo op and they weren't functional, but I think that they were. I'm hoping that they get more out this week, and maybe we'll find out more. But they also had some stats on here. It's now listed up to 350 miles of range in an undisclosed test cycle. I hope that's loaded. It really needs to be. The battery in it is 753 kilowatts. That's a huge battery. That is nearly 10 times what's in my Model Y. My Model Y has a 78 kilowatt battery, so that is nearly 10 times the capacity. So that 350 miles has to be loaded because my Model Y gets 326 brand new out of the factory, and it's going to probably weigh half the amount of just the Semi. So it's got to be. JJ, thank you for the super chat. What topics are y'all discussing during the Bear and Brian Power Hour? You know what? I don't know yet. We haven't decided, and we usually get together on Tuesday mornings and come up with topics. I think we're probably going to give the hydrogen a break this week and talk about some other things. But JJ, you got to understand there are other topics besides Nikola, And I will bring up the fact that Nikola did officially have their first deliveries, so that will be mentioned. Walterman, what does one BEV cost to buy? That's been going back and forth, and I've seen different things, because I think they could be around 300,000. They could be more. If anybody has any insight on what the current price is that they're saying, feel free to put in the comments, because I'm just not sure at this point. Jugraj, no wonder up to 25. LOL. It's their habit to be late. LOL. Even though they deliver this year, they're going to post next year. Yeah, they will have some sales posted for the first quarter. Right now, we know of 2. Peter Sturgis, can we hope that they will be on consistent deliveries, 4 trucks a week to be delivered? Maybe. There was something in this article. I think it was this one about 2,400 trucks per year. Right here. Company intends to have a manufacturing capacity of 2,400 trucks per year in 2022, and that's with if they had 2 shifts going. Now, I don't know if that includes the German factory or not, the factory in Germany. It may. Things are, it's like nobody asks the right questions. So, but the article does, JJ said that the article does state that they can make up to 35,000, or, oh, I'm sorry, you're saying 350,000. Was that in here? I didn't see that. Yeah. No, I don't see it. I don't see it. No, I don't see it. But that is the number that I've heard. So I've seen one video was showing number 12 Bay was running on road with trailer. I think they have more than that ready already. I think they do too. I just don't know if because we've seen 8, we've seen 12, then we've seen numerous ones that don't have numbers on it, and we've seen several at one time. Like I said earlier, I've seen 5 at one time, so we know that there is at least those 5. Don't Care says 180,000. Ooh. Now you get into my price range. No, I don't have that. Let's see. And Don't Care. No, the factory in Germany will be able to produce 2,000 trucks. And the Coolidge factory then is another additional. And Tyler says there's a chip shortage and likely battery too. They will not build even close to 2,400 trucks, in my opinion. And I know Nikola said that is the absolute capacity. Well, I would agree with that. I still think that in order to get that going, they need to have some sort of production line. And what I've been told is that what is it, automated, AGVs, some sort of automated something vehicle. And they're going to have that like they have in Ulm, where the production line is going to be set up on the AGVs. The frames are going to be on there. First, they're going to put them together upside down, flip them over, rest them on the AGVs, and then they're going to move from one side of the factory in a great big U, probably, and then come back out the other side and build on them as they go. So it's a minimalistic production line, but they're going to be able to do it with what they have there. And starting from, I think, the north side and go straight down to the south, come back in to the existing building, and then right back up to the north end and go out. Or it could go the other way around, but I think it's going to be like that. That's what I was told by somebody. Not exactly, but they said that. But that's what some of that I'm assuming. Let's see. So, 82,000 pounds is going to be the gross vehicle weight. We knew that. Charging 120 minutes at up to 240 kilowatts to go from 10% to 80%. That's quite a bit. It's a lot of battery to charge. And 2 hours is a little lengthy, but it's not bad for a truck that's going to be in a port. And they can put it there and go on. Now, that may not work out so well if that's on the road doing long haul. but that's why they're building the FCEV, is for the long haul, so that you're not waiting 2 hours to charge up from 10 to 80%. The top speed is listed as 75 miles per hour. Gradability of 36 miles per hour at 6%. I'm not sure if that means that their top speed is 36 miles per hour at a 6% grade. I know a 6% grade is almost the maximum that's allowed in the U.S. For interstates. It's 6 or 7%, but I'm not sure if that means that they can only go 36. So I'm not sure what that means. If anybody has any insight, I'd love to hear that too. But I do like the fact that it's up to 350 miles on that battery pack. We'll see how that works out though, because I also need to see it tested. Let's see, Tyler, what do you think is a reasonable expectation for how many trays that Nikola will sell in 2022? As long as the entire economy doesn't plummet, I'm going to say that they could. I don't know how many orders they have right now, but I'm thinking 500 to 750 right now. But I want to use the ability to change my mind as I see different facts on the ground. But the east side of the expansion, I was told, is now looking at end of February to be complete. Phase 2 is going to start within a month or two after that. I've heard that there's a big shortage of construction materials related to certain things. And one of those things is roof decking. And if you want that roof decking, and that would be the silver material that they put on top of this steel structure, you have to order that a year in advance, more than a year in advance. That's how long the wait is for the roof decking. So I've heard that it's been ordered, but I'm not sure when they're actually going to get it. I've heard when they might get it. I don't want to say. So I think that there's going to be some delays related to construction materials. There's been a lot of strange delays and a lot of things that are just related to construction material, or any type of material, to be honest with you. And not having roof decking slows everything else down. The membrane that goes on the roof also, there's been a delay on that. So it's just, you got to have some good planning to get those things ordered early so that you can put it down when the time comes. So we may see a delay on the next phase just due to construction, and that's it. But inside the factory, they are moving and shaking. So JJ, up to 2,400. I agree with JJ. If someone asked me how many, I'm going to say up to 1 million. One would still make me right. That's the way you got to play it. All right. Anybody else have any other questions from today's flyover? Hopefully within a week or so, maybe by next Monday, we'll have some more site plans. Hoping those come in soon. We might do its own separate video. It depends on what we get. We may end up just getting what we had last time. That won't be that exciting. We requested updated site plans, so we just don't know if they've been submitted yet or not. So if nobody has any other thing, I'm going to start my outro. Is Arizona a non-union state? Well, I wouldn't call it non-union. It's a right-to-work state, and there are unions here. Like UPS has a union, but you do not have to join them. So Arizona, trying to get into the fold of the EV market and for building, and being a non-union state will help them out, because these large companies do not want to build factories in these union states. Let's see. Oh, and the EV tax credit. And I think that there's a lot of people that are anti-union. There's a lot of people that are for them. A lot of people don't like the fact that the EV tax credit seemed to be controlled a little bit by the unions, by having that tax credit in there of was it $5,000 if it was made in a union shop. And I think that was something that Senator Manchin did not like about the Build Back Better plan, and he said he didn't like that. He said it was un-American, and he wanted to get that taken out. They won't take it out, so that's dead. I think there's a good possibility that maybe next year either they try and redo the entire plan or they can try and do pieces of it. I'm not a big fan of these giant bills that encompass 5,000 different things. I think if you want an EV tax credit bill, you make an EV tax credit bill and you don't throw in 1,800 other things, which dilutes the bill, puts a lot of pork into these bills. So maybe they'll just do something just for EV tax credits. And really right now the only people who are going to benefit from that besides the consumer is Tesla and GM, because there is an existing tax credit for all the other EVs out there. I don't think it would apply to Nikola for the size of that it is. And let's say, Alexei says, thank you for your flyovers. You're welcome. Walterman says, when is your next live Lucid? We're going to do one on Wednesday. So we're going to do Wednesday for Lucid, Monday for Nikola. And Tyler, do you prefer doing Nikola or Lucid flyovers? What is your preferred company? I'm not going to say. Right now we have more viewers on Lucid. There's been a big jump in construction, and plus they have cars coming out every day now. So when we get shots of that, people are very excited to see that. And we can do a car count every day, and we're looking at 60, 70, 80 cars sitting there waiting to go. Nikola, will come out 3 times a week. In 1 or 2 days, we may not even see a tray. And then when we see them, they may just be sitting there, 1 or 2. So there's a lot more stuff going on right now at Lucid just because of where they are in construction and where they are in production. So the Lucid videos are getting more exciting because we just spent the last 4 months flying over, watching them dig holes in the ground, which is not that great. But we enjoy doing both of them. We enjoy bringing it to you guys. Let's see. Don't Care says, I think it's Nikola. Tyler's just laughing. Yeah, I don't want to offend anybody, and I'm not someone who likes to pick favorites. There's pros and cons to both of them. So anyway, our next live stream for Nikola is going to be next Monday. Like I said earlier, in case you missed it, we will be having a live stream tomorrow with Brian for My Tesla Weekend. That will be at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And then Wednesday we'll do our Lucid live stream at probably about this time, 3:30 Mountain Time, so 2:30, 3 o'clock Pacific Time. JJ, Loose Front's a Sue Bear, LOL. Nikola has invited a bear. And that's true. Nikola is much, much nicer to me, even though they promised to bring me in and then didn't. But I think they've got more exciting things going on, like having Sandy Monroe come out, and they didn't want me to burst the bubble of it, because who am I, especially compared to Sandy. And when they said to me that, they wanted me to wait till March, it makes me think that they have someone else going out there, and I don't know who. And it's just conjecture that maybe somebody more exciting than me, and they want to show them the factory and have that broadcast all over the internet before I go out there. So, Walterman, both companies should pay you for advertising them. Well, nah. Then that would make me biased, so I don't want any money from them. Yeah, Tyler, you're right. They invited me, and then they kind of didn't. And I shouldn't have said anything to you guys, but it was something that was, when I was told about it, it was something that was going to happen within days, and then it didn't happen. So I thought it was safe to say it to you guys. But maybe that'll change someday in the future. I don't hold grudges, just against Lucid for sending me a cease and desist letter. That's craziness. Anyway, that's about it. That's all I got for today. So please, guys, hit the like button on this video, and we'll be posting this right away. And we're going to post the same video without me yapping for 45 minutes. If you want to watch it without my voice, put me on mute. That will be posted up there later. So thanks for watching. We will see you tomorrow. If you show up, come join us for Fast Charging with B&B. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. My mouse fell asleep. I can't